have been able to swing in a certain way for teams that understand that P2 and then P3, P4 rotation. Argo already finds the first blood, as it will be Cannon starting off on the unfavored side.
Yeah, it does feel like both teams have that understanding, the most important rotations here and how to manipulate them in your favor. So, curious to see when we have both teams going against one another who are both good at this map, how that's going to boil down. For the moment, here at the start of this game, Cannon seems to get the better look at the moment over P1. It's going to be 3 kills in the feed for Cannon, unfortunately, or for Ramstein, excuse me. Unfortunately, one of them is going to go the way of a team kill. So now we look towards the time, and Ramstein, they might well be getting scrap time, but a big 1 versus 1 from RT ensures that Cannon should be the first team to touch by New.
Yep. Still, if you are Ramstein, or Cannon, sorry, excuse me, you're feeling pretty good about this. Sorry, the colors now, Brody, are going to start getting to me because one's lighter and one's darker. I bet you feel very proud of yourself. Ramstein now, though, they're kind of from the outside looking in, but good time there off of P1. If they can find these opening kills and flip this early, we could be in a different conversation. Player number 7, Omen, already found a kill around the back. If we can double down, it'd be huge, but 3 in the feed. Cannon hold.
Yeah, good hold to begin with if you're a Cannon. Ramstein now got to find a way to break this. Generally speaking, they do send one player on the flank to try and break this through the front. And all of the pressure actually coming from the front. RT will double up. You never expect that flank through the electrical cut, but one spawn out occurs here. It's a freebie for 3am on the first one. He's now turning the attention of everybody from Cannon towards this backline, causing proper carnage. He will find the first kill. Now looking for more. 3am finds it, and 3am with a wayward spawn will be able to steal that back 20 away.
Yeah, sure will. It's good time, too. That keeps things just about even. But here comes the most important rotation, the Infinity BL money rotation, if you will. Back over towards Burger to Beepers we go. Already spawns all the way back P2. Omen looks like he's prepared for it almost, but I think he's just playing the corner. This spawn out is monumental, especially if you're a fan of Ramstein Arab Base. What timing is that?
Oh, man, this is... Well, Ramstein now in control. That is not good considering Cannon didn't have the back set of control over the last hard point. Hate knows there's a player in the corner. Actually doesn't come out to the teammate, so Wago doesn't actually get that gunfight. I have no idea how that happens. 3am still on a spree, by the way. Late flank potentially coming through here from Cannon as they try to vie for the spawns. Turns the heads of a couple of players. Does that open the door for Cannon around the front of the hard point? Yes, it does. Argo and Yodak will pick up those gunfights. And now Cannon not just in, but also a solid shot of flipping the spawns.
Watch out for Omen, though. Watching out for Omen. Yeah, they sure are. Okay, big kill. Make sure that there was no sort of silliness or the pinching. Yodak's kind of pressed up a little bit here, and he's got to be careful with how far forward he does go. Luckily enough, you got Hate. He's all the way anchoring in the backside of the spawns, but these angles are kind of being escaped from them. 3am found a way through. See, he's starting a ruckus in towards the back. Now, it's not enough to influence the spawns. He will die, but it's space for his comrades to move forward.
This is that money rotation that we were talking about. Cannon don't exactly get a lot of time off the old hard point, but good shot at getting New. Oh my god, Ice-T. It's Yodak on skates. Now looking to hit around the back line, excuse me. That's not going to happen. Front is being watched here. Hate able to double up. Viz and 3am patiently waiting before they make the move forward. And, well, Viz, it's going to last a little bit longer, but Yodak will be able to finish him off. 3am also getting cut down. First wave of gunfights looking pretty hot for Cannon.
Next entry. Slammed. No entry whatsoever. Gonna try to set up the last little bit of pinch before we get our jackals on and we rush on over towards Jenny's. Now, if you're looking at this from Ramstein's perspective, you got to kind of be careful not to give away too many exits. I like this call for free from 3am. He's 13-7. He gives up the space knowing that this rotation is very important. But it was a bigger P4 rotation out of Canada as they have a 30-point lead.
And now here, once again, this is pretty disastrous for Ramstein if they can't break quickly. They've got players coming from all angles. Ones from the middle of the map have been shut down. IC goes a little bit later than 3am, so 3am needs to get a little bit creative with it now. On the flank for the first kill. Tap shots in towards the second. Is anybody there to deal with it? Omen will pick up a couple of kills. That's Cannon for the most part removed from the hard point. There's still a couple of stragglers left. Yodak was one of them. He gets found out, and the player inside the cut does as well. So Ramstein finally break.
14 out already. Sneaky stuff, but really delivering on these impactful kills. Need another handful now as he's trying to find the timing on the back, and it's actually going to be Hate that gets that elimination, but allows Artie to stay alive, flank around, work that pinch alongside a Hate. They do get traded, but it's another break to come through for the back 10 seconds. All this time just further and further spikes into the side of Ramstein, who are constantly there through the first set of hardpoints it felt, Brody, but never fully enough to be able to get a full-on setup. You saw back over towards P3, first team there, first wave of gunfights come through from Cannon. They initially hold the Beepers rotation. They end up getting this lead.
Well, it's just a tentative advantage at this point. Ramstein could still come back into this game. Cannon on the right side of the map. Full rotation towards P2. Ramstein well aware of it, so they're going to try and come in through the sides. Oh, 3 AM gets 2 kills. Can't find number 3. So Cannon, player left up in towards the time. RT should be able to hit a regen here. We'll have heard that trophy system go down, so should more or less know where RT is, but not quick enough to actually find that frag. Again, it is a 3-for-1 trade in favor of Cannon. We look towards the next hardpoint, 3 AM, the only player even getting close to a contest, and we once again, proper, are staring down the barrel here of Cannon with a solid advantage.
Gotta get the first player to spawn up just to slow up just a little bit more. Ice-T is gonna leave his teammate behind for Omen, and that means that Artie's gonna pick up that elimination, plus the second he was full HP and more than prepared for it. He does get traded out. It's actually Ramstein that has the spawns in towards the back initially. This is now the last one alive, and you know that Cannon should probably more than likely clean up this kill, albeit he does gun one and towards the back. It may not amount to anything. There's not enough space. The way that Cannon are just playing this is so wonderful. They are just dotting all of their I's and crossing all their T's.
And you can't give up this back 30 seconds. If you're Ramstein, you have to hit this hard point. Hate is going to be weak from the first initial engagement. 3 AM now pushing through the front of the kill. Also Viz there. Both of those players shut out. Cannon holding for now. Oh, Yodak, that is despicable. One more player towards the hard point. Ice-T will find Hate, but again, there's always stragglers that Ramstein have to deal with, and also you have to be kind of careful about how much you invest because you've let one player slip by to potentially be a nuisance for those new spawns.
Yeah, it's going to be already 21 and 15 playing the timing. Oh, he's going to call the Hellstorm.
No.
And 3 AM doesn't check the corner. He's going to have to take refuge. He might just give up his own life. No, he stays alive, kills 3 AM. He's got the info for the next 2 right in front, but he loses the next gunfight.
Oh my god.
So realistically, the Hellstorm didn't do anything.
I mean, yeah, he got 1 kill, but yeah, because he wasn't in the position, right? I mean, it's never going to influence the spawns in that way. It's real unfortunate. And that might be a turning point here in this game. You already talked about the fact that this is a money rotation here. This hill into the next one can offer you about 90 to 100 points if you hold it correctly. I kind of not going to give you 120 because it's very difficult to get that amount of time, but still, Ramstein, opportunity to get back in the game. Cannon, they recognize it. They're sending 2 players in towards the shops to make sure that doesn't happen, but one of them's been found out. There goes the other one as well. The hit fails.
Right, the SMG duo of Artie Yodak constantly being duoed up together and always finding one lurking player, just finding a wayward rotation. That one player is 3 AM. He's overheating and he's allowing all these little holes in the armor, this time now enacted by Hate. He's behind enemy lines. All of the focus for Ramstein gets focused over towards the backside of Beepers because it is that money rotation. They needed it, Brody. They lost the crucial gunfights, and now Canada are over 200 points.
Yeah, you can't lose this rotation. You've just lost control of it. You have to get it back now. 2 in the feed here for Ramstein through the front of the hard point. Omen hasn't even found an engagement just yet. Cannon relocate themselves momentarily, and he's not even going to. 3 AM and a Viz are there for the hold-up. Big issue, though. Back spawns still locked here for Cannon, and Hate will double up. Third around the back line. Omen won't go his way. They are in there for all of about 10 seconds before Cannon regain control.
I cannot believe Hate stayed alive for as long as he did. He's still alive on this 3 spree. He buys more than enough time for Cannon to move forward again. It's just these sneaky little plays that keep allowing Cannon right back into it in Ramstein. Just fighting off well more than they could chew. Just missing some members here and there to finish the team fight entirely. It's now 228 to 145 over towards Jenny's, and Ramstein got to somehow turn this into 60.
Hate on a 6th streak going into this hard point. How much further can he go? 10 seconds away. I don't even know if Ramstein will give him the opportunity to go any further by way of the fact they might lose this game. In they go. Argo, Yodak down for the count. Hate still on that spree. Now going for a little flank through cut. He should get cut down, and he does. Towards the hard point. RT, good for 1. Traded on out. Yodak trying to close things out here. Shut down. Now next one up to boot will be Argo, and he's shut out as well. Ramstein stop Cannon from closing things out.
They just need one more break, Brody. They're getting more space, though. Ice-T is able to take down Hate. They take down a lurking member of Yodak. Great pre-fire out of 3M. Needs to stay alive, but Argo's going to find that trade. You still got numbers towards the middle of the map. And Ramstein are in a really good position to try to shut this down. Omen's good for 3. He's now shrieking. A Hellstorm missile would be massive, and Ice-T finds one around the back.
So tentative, though. You can't give any time away. Through the middle of the map, 3 a.m. Lot to do on new. Middle map coverage. RT flies straight in towards the hard point. He's puncturing holes in the defense here, 3 a.m.
Just need 3.
You only want to find some value. You got to get him out of the point. Yodak and Height, that might be it. They found the kills. Cannon, they just needed one break towards the end of that game. Their solid rotation had earned them that much. And they will find it as we hit the final set.
Yeah, 250 to 184 again was a lot more respectable than what the first set of hardpoint scorelines would suggest, wouldn't you say? It was such a massive start out of Cannon that Ramstein just took so long to be able to finally get their feet beneath them, and it's not for a lack of kills. It's just from, I guess, from a lack of formality, I suppose. Like 33 and 25 out of 3M, 21 non-traded engagements. Best way to always put it, especially for this tournament. We'll have to see. Again, Ramstein were able to showcase just how good their metal is in their macro. We'll be up on offense first here, Brody. And again, you're watching Omen. Watch that Burger Street side. He's in an elongated engagement versus, hey, that pulls players back and allows for an immediate trade, but that favors Cannon.
Take a 2-for-1 trade if you're Cannon. Bomb now down as well on a retrieval mission will be Ramstein. Oh, Yodak goes for the rechild. Why wouldn't you? Hit enough shots the first time around, so Viz dead to right. And what's the one little space that you know somebody is probably going to be by Burger? Omen drops down. Did he hear Hate? I think he did. The way that he's playing, yep.
Oh, we saw him.
Most certainly did see him. He is on the hunt for Hate, and Hate trying to escape here. You need this clean gunfight. No one finds it.
Bombs down. Yodak aware of it. He's just playing the one-off angle in the area that Omen needs to clear. Through laundry already. Can he get the jump on Yodak?
Just got to play this together, Cannon. No freebies. Oh, he's picked the perfect route. Just got to get some timing. Argo can't be looking this way. He might have done it. He might have done it. Oh, no! Argo turns and burns and hits the floor. And another body will hit the floor directly after that. Good effort, but no 1v2.
Yep. Series play, let the bodies hit the floor. Punches again. Just, ooh. Sometimes you got to just squeeze that back left trigger. Watch yourself drop to the floor. That he was red screen dead to rights. And as you already said, like, pick the right route. That timing would have been sublime. Maybe find the 1v2 via the kills. Probably wouldn't have had enough time to be able to find the one and then get the bomb retrieved the way the Yodak was playing. But Pussy just comes out from that opener. Yodak able to get the reach out plus the second. Kind of blows that play wide open. Here's some set nades over the top. All of Ramstein are thinking A. Cannon said, nah, we're good, bruv. We're going B.
Absolutely love that. B was the correct call. Cannon will get that rock down. Ramstein going to burn a little bit of time off the clock here to get back on the Oh my god, Omen destroys Yodak. Trading, though, is good. Still those two players coming on the flank. Hate has so much to do. Omen will remove Argo from Bleepers. And now you've got the last two players split here. RT, I think, might have just been seen around the back line. The one little wild card in the play is Hate. They'll know he's generally speaking around the other side of the bomb site. And now they most certainly know exactly where he is. RT reveals himself. And, well, he's no mysterious man anymore. He gets cut down. 3 a.m. for the trade. Ramstein, solid retake.
A full 4v4 retake there. And just tough situation to find yourself in. You're trying to set yourself up back beepers, excuse me, maybe for a timing out of Burger. But at that point, Ramstein, they cleared all of Burger. They're going to trust that their back is more than secure. They get the mutual information. Bomb is cleared. And they're just going to start clearing everything else over by laundry with their numbers. Just hive mentality type stuff, man. It's not a bad call in round number 2. You probably still don't have a handful of trophies. Keep yourself safe from those nades that were going to be coming across the other side. So, blind read for a blind counter. Works in my opinion. W 50-50.
Ramstein will tie things up here. He's still over the top early on in this round. Cannon patiently waiting for Ramstein to throw themselves at them. It's not going to happen, though. Both teams now just a patient waiting game.
Nobody wants to give up this first blood. Artie might force it, though. Omen's playing a really tight corner around that backside. Watch the B-bomb side. They reveal themselves. Here comes the activation inside the A-bomb. It's clear.
There's no presence whatsoever for Cannon. They do find a iced tea. Big kill for Viz, though, to keep control of top chicken. Traded out from Argo. So 3 for 2 now. Viz for 3M and Omen, excuse me, still left up. They've backed all the way in towards Elephant. Cannon exhausting. 5 seconds of the clock for the trades. You take that one. You found Omen, but Viz, excuse me, did not reveal himself. So 1 versus 2. Now he finally will. The trade needs to be quick from Yodak. 3 a.m. for the jump shot, and he gets it done. They back up into the Elephant, and they stomp out the competition.
Oh, just slammed with the hip fire comes through. First one was so clean because player number 1 was on the defuse, and he plays Elephant wonderfully. He gets red screen, but if that player comes around on the inside of the double doors, would have been a different execution, but nonetheless, W readout from Laundry for the 1v2. 3 straight now for 3 a.m. Ramstein are going to take that 1-round lead. Once they got the call that Omen was peeking through that opposite side, I think that was the call for Hate to move forward. He's got to be careful with where these names are being called out for. Canner going back towards B. Ramstein slowing up the pace. They don't want to flip the map this time. Oh my.
Noise. 3 a.m.
No
Not
way.
again. He blows it all up. How many times is 3 a.m. going to do this? 5 in a row now for 3 a.m. and Cannon are stuck in the mud. They have 0 map control, 0 help. They have to barge their way through 4 Ramstein players to have a chance in this search and destroy now.
Get away with that.
He just made it look so easy. Just survive forehead. Bomb dropped. Retake around the backside potential. You know that the information's still there. He saw 3 nameplates when he opened up that door, Brody.
Well, they somehow made baby steps forward, right?
Yeah,
Towards Elephant. They're going there. 1 by 1. The problem is, as soon as you get out onto the site, Viz is going to check you. Or at least somebody will. 3 a.m. obviously can't sit still, and that's a freebie for Yodak. Viz might move now. Certainly the players over from Hedges will. Yeah, again, Viz just kept it ice cool. 3 a.m. down for the cat. Oh, Ice-T finds Yodak. Hate still up, though. They know exactly where he is. They've got him peppered in. There's nowhere for Hate to go but down. And that's a round for Ramstein. You got to Frank 3 a.m. again.
Yeah, there was a moment there where Viz doesn't get that kill, and then that bomb 100% gets planted. No, not the cleanest shots, but yeah, no, tip your hat to 3M, man. I cannot fathom how he stays alive, and that's it. Like, he, again, surrounded by the entire team. It's just the biggest surprise attack in the world. And he's able to walk away with 2, stays alive without a single lick of exit damage. 3-1 scoreline now for Ramstein. And look, continue on with this momentum. Canner just going to 3-hit through mid.
Why wouldn't you at this point? You got to expect the kind of aggression from 3 a.m. Instead, you try to bring it to him, and he will punish you for it. So 3 a.m. easy kill on towards Hate. Numbers now for a Cannon. They are still very, very far from shop. They've got Ramstein boxed in. They're following up with more kills. Argo hits the reload and, well, get punished for it. 3 a.m. easy peasy lemon squeezy kill for him. Yodak from behind to take 3 a.m. down. Now a 2 versus 2. 1 wrapping player. Omen. Now 1 versus 1. Yodak in the middle of the map, and he's just going to try and bring this down for the final kill. He gets it. Now the bomb carrier of Invis away, and we get a reset between these 2 players.
Oh, Viz was expecting for the immediate chow. The call should have been there. Yodak was 1 shot. He shouldn't have been expecting the challenge whatsoever. He should have been sitting there planting the bomb and then going back beepers. Now he's expecting the challenge to come through the backside of the street. Oh, we might have just tweaked ourselves out of the clutch of this round. Running out of time.
How often are you going to double guess yourself here? Can't make any noise. Goes for the 1 panel of glass. It's not smashed, and it's perfect team play. It's perfect 1 versus 1 play. Turns out that holding off was the right decision.
Yeah, my bad, gangster. Right play the entire time. Just don't plant the bomb. Wait until 20 seconds, bait out the chat. I mean, like, at that point, like, you are kind of, like, squirming like ants. Like, the desperation might be there. Like, Cannon are down horrendously as far as these rounds are concerned. Like, this is, like, foot in my mouth moment. Cannon just cannot fight back since that opening round. Ramstein, through every single heavy hit and all the team damage and all the 3M double and triple kill rounds, up 3.
This is aggression. Like, why wouldn't you check that corner? You know Viz has been there before. And you definitely get punished for it. That's a position that Viz has used time and time again. And I'm really shocked that Cannon didn't check it.
Here I am, still alive. Raid boss still lurking. Oh, he's activating. I see. Yeah, you got it, Chief. Play around the backside of there. I will just clear all of this. Cannon almost there to meet him. 3M's going to go for the shout. He saw both the nameplates. First kill's clean enough. Goes for the second. Why not? I would have taken the chow too. But he ends up finding both of them. 5-1 lead for Ramstein. This kid's nuts.
But 3AM is definitely on like some kind of search and destroy leaderboard somewhere. Without a shadow of a doubt, this man knows how to play search and destroy. He's got a sixth sense for where every single player is at all times. Cannon would even dare to dream of a flanking play. 3AM's like, nah, don't even try it. Get back in your hole. Was this 5 rounds in a row for Ramstein, right? I think Cannon won the first one.
Yeah.
Crazy. Insane from Ramstein. Util over the top to start off this round. Trophy system will protect Yodak for the moment through the middle of the map. Ah, see, again, it's another kill that you really wanted cleanly.
Yeah, it sure did. We saw all 8 players are still alive in the server. We're thankful for that if you are Cannon. Artie's creating a bit of a ruckus over here by books. I mean, not going to be good enough there. 3M did not have the door just ajar. Omen's going to slow peek that. Takes down Argo, who's lying on the ground. Not going to get drop shot this time.
It causes Hate to reposition here. Try and pick up where his teammate left off. And there we go. Able to get the trade. RT needs to make sure nobody crosses through the middle of the street. Keeps his teammate alive before he hits the regen. But RT goes down. So Hate doesn't have any help anymore. They will just come together here in the 2 versus 3. There's no reason in my mind why Ramstein can't get this bomb down.
No, none whatsoever. So really spooked by something. That's probably because they don't have any burger control. So Hate's going to start clearing this. The timing for the exit.
He's just staying down. Oh, he tries. It's
what?
In
Who
what
does
universe? 3M inches away from the bomb site. Hate is dead. It doesn't matter who kills him. He is dead. They're actually going to allow him to hit the regen here. They're taunting him at this point. He is stuck. There is nowhere to go. Peppered up by multitudes of players. Hate, you are done. Give it up. It's over. You are only prolonging the inevitable. Hate tries to salvage this round. He tries to salvage this search and destroy. He will jump onto the defuse, and he won't get anywhere close. Ramstein, 6 rounds in a row. They tie this one up.
What the 11-3 out of 3AM did we just witness, man? That is some diabolical stuff. Like we called, like, 1 round, it's all good. Don't worry about it. We'll just go ahead and lock in and win the next 6 straight. Just needed that slightest bit of download, and then we just need to make sure that we're just blitzing together and setting up 3AM. A handful of those rounds were... We'll have to see, man. I'm hoping for a bounce back for Artie and Hate. As much as Argo has been, like, snapping and getting a lot of good pieces, like, you are hoping for, like, the SMG duo to work in tandem as Yodak. One of the 2 pairs finds that first blood, but the secondary gets traded out. Artie and Hate combined dropped a combined 9 and 14, or 5 and 14, excuse me, in that map number 2, Brody.
Well, Ramstein looking to try and steal this game away from Cannon. Cannon, off the start, seems to have favored a B-kit to begin with, but they've retreated in towards the vault. Omit's going to make players weak enough that Ice-T and Viz should be able to follow up for the gunfight. So Cannon have to going to fall back a little bit here towards A. That's not the end of the world, as long as you're covering all of your entry points. And 3M doesn't think that they are. If he's made that call, he's absolutely right. He's got behind enemy lines, and he finds the second kill as well. At the same time, the floodgates have opened through towards the spawn. 3AM starting to tear here in this game.
No, I'll tell you this much. 3AM loves himself a good objective game mode. Able to at least find himself a couple. Does get taken down, but a 5-2 start is massive. 2 segments still through the opening break-off is no easy thing to do either. Cannon still trailing by 4 lives. Great setup for Ramstein to constantly play the trades. 3AM again for 2 in this live. 7-2 now.
He continues on. He just keeps on going. Finally
Centering
shut down.
is immaculate.
I will say, fair play to Cannon. They're almost getting the second tick through. They will at the very least draw the attention of the way from the teammates that are capturing A. That's down to Artie, by the way. He was fulfilling the role of Argo in towards this game. It's a slow but steady capture on towards A. Technically speaking, Yodak isn't on the point. Finally, he will jump on through, but here comes that contention from a multitude of angles. Players from all sides. Argo, where do you look? You've got the help of Artie. Flanking play from Omen is traded on out. That should be the stack and the secure of A. You got to be careful here that this transition doesn't also go Cannon's way.
The transition's starting to look like it. That is going to go their way. 2 more in the feed. Already Hate will be there immediately. Player number 7, Omen, needs to beam 2 right off of this zone, but they're all staying down, and Hate's about to take that power position away.
Second tick through. Hate on the power position. Need to get involved because you lost players towards the point. It's the Jackal. You can only find one. So now we'll hear the reset. 7v12. One player trying to be all sneaky like 3 AM on the hunt while making sure that Ice-T gets that kill. Takes a little bit of attention away from players through the middle of the map, though. Cannon now is going to have to take their time as Argo picks up that frag. Is that the go button? Lodak going down. That's unfortunate.
It was just that. It was the time of how long it took to be able to work that kill. Hold on a second. Artie does find one. He has more than enough HP to posture himself up on the zone. Nobody is top of Art to stop the zone from being captured. Hate wins the next one. He can hop on the zone and complete it.
Just one more gunfight. They're going to do it. The double stack is through. No way. They won a 2 versus 6. A 2 versus 7. Technically, if you include that, yeah, they're standing up. They are getting very loud in the arena. And why would you not? That's an insane call.
And dude, Hate gets all the way towards the backside of Plat, and he starts working his magic. You can't see this from top gold naturally. It's just the design of the map, but did more than enough to assist his teammates to be able to get themselves further forward off of the initial push. And once that A zone initially got traded off of the ruse from the initial segment being captured, being worked for the second, all the triple stack coming through from Cannon over by A, extend the clock. They had so much time. They were down in lives. Even in that 2v6 towards the end, they had such a good setup for a 2-piece, 3 towards the end of the round for Hate to come through, or an offensive round to be converted in the opening salvage.
And Cannon offense to kick this one off. Ramstein, no, they need a response in kind. Despite me, Argo down from the heavens. I think maybe from hell if you're a Ramstein fan. Second tick, going to be through. Only one player left on the point. It's going to be Ice-T, who is surviving past the expiry date. Yodak will find that kill in the end. Artie's starting to push through here. So Ramstein going to have to think about how they want to play this. So far, generally speaking, for a lot of teams, it's been all about getting players on the flank to be nuisances. Omen's trying to do that, but you're losing the reinforcements. So Omen, he needs to try and get back towards the point. Yeah, he's taking a route that's doing really nothing for the team.
Yeah, I mean, it's at least trying to set up a cross or an opening for a palm tree push. That's what 3Am's going to start putting this into. Omen goes 1 for 2 in the feed. And now 3Am's play should have been more than revealed, but Omen's still alive. Top cat control, 2-player stack. They're not expecting for the repeat to come around the back, but Viz off the respawn block. More than enough time. Salvaged, but wasn't necessarily required from that opening break, in my humbled opinion. But 60 seconds added on towards the board. Ramstein only trail by 2 lives. They already got a player on the B zone for the transition.
Oh, yeah, deck on the hunt. Ice-T down. One more player. This trying to keep their life intact. Getting peppered up from Yodak. Artie should be good for the finish. There's no way Viz hit the regen, and that's exactly what happens. So the clearance should also be pretty good here. Stun will connect. That's aggressive from Artie. It's a worthy piece of aggression as well. He gets the kill on towards Omen. Now looking to push up just a little bit more. Nice kill on towards the next one. Omen again coming off the spawn. Back towards the point he goes. Finally shut down. But nobody towards the lion statue. Nobody potentially stopped this. Argo up top. Nice headshot. Double stack through though. Second tick about to be through as well. Argo can't wait. He's got to go. The car bomb should be good for the first. The stun will connect. And Argo gets the second. Argo clears the point and salvages the round for the moment.
Player you said to watch starting to show up in a massive way. 14 in 10. Free spree already there to pick up the pieces down in water. Not prepared for the third to drop down through the P1 hole. Still an opportunity here for Ramstein. They only trail by a single life, but look at the clock.
Yodak coming behind here. Oh, Ice-T was watching it. Triple stack through. This flank is not going to work. You need to get to the point right now. I don't know if you get there in time. You don't. The triple stack Ramstein. If you can do it, we can do it too, and arguably better. And they're not shouting. They're not getting up. They're not getting loud. They do not want to be pompous just yet. Cannon, though. Let that one slip a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit, man. It mostly just came through off of the constant pressure that was being developed over by the B zone, and all just started happening on the transition. Same could be said from the opposite side for Cannon's offense. The reason why they were able to work that transition, albeit down in lives, is just how quickly both of the teams on offense were able to get over towards that B zone. Ramstein were constantly able to do it because 3AM is just running rampant. It doesn't matter where. He's just running, man. Like 20 and 11 through 2 rounds so far. Offense for offense, we remain even.
They will trade. Yodak now starting to move forward. Cannon. Not quite as fast as Ramstein were off the rip on the last round. Argo, though, I mean the designated survivor, just trying to draw some attention away. Diving up into the air. That's topside control. Locked down. Run straight onto the point. They didn't check towards the right. 3AM's like, all right, well, I guess I'll take a freebie. Why not? Buy one, get one free. Maybe. Anyone want to come for a second?
Just throwing shoulders everywhere. Just getting so much clear. So much different information. He already sees Artie just slide all the way across, and he's just so quick to get the reposture. That's going to force Cannon to start going back up through the middle of the map. One gets cleared off of the B zone from that reposture that we were just talking about, out from 3AM. He's now up on a 4 spree. His teammates clean up everything over by A. It is orchestrated to a wonderful T out of Ramstein on his defense.
And now starting to really push in. Maybe a little bit too deep, honestly. I think IC just went a tiny bit too deep into the spawn. It gets him killed. Viz also down. All of a sudden, all of that pressure has been released. Ramstein still up by 4 lives, but Cannon have options presented in front of them. Artie actually providing maybe some more options here. Gets the first kill on towards B. Now looking for the second, and he's going to find it as well. And they have to keep on challenging. Artie getting shut down towards A. A couple of players do fall. So it's now going to be Hate that has to produce a miracle from thin air. I don't know if he's going to do so. The drop down is pretty good from 3AM. Trade, though, equally good from Yodak. A couple more. Still to go here from Ramstein. How many more tricks up your sleeve do you have? Omen has a pretty big one. We'll find another one. Cannon just feel like they're hanging on by a thread right now. The constant reinforcements coming off the spawn. Can anybody stop this point from being stopped? Tick going through. There it is. Extra 60 seconds, but you're still in a 10v14.
But an unnecessary 60 seconds gets added on towards the board. Ramstein, they still lead by 3 lives. Player number 4, Argo, he's already over towards the new zone. It is scrambling across the entirety of the map. First segment locked over at B. Argo is dead, but an opportunity for Canada to win this offense yet again.
Long-range shots from Viz, switching to the pistol to get it done. It doesn't really matter that much. It's a bit of an egregious challenge, but it matters, I think, just to hold the position for the moment. Yep, 3M now starting to push through as well. Cannon have been deteriorated in lives. A 4 versus 11. Worth saying, they were in this position back in round number 1, and they won it.
Yep.
So I don't want to discount them out just yet, but as those 2 kills come through, I feel like it might be last little flanking play from Hate. He's dead. 1v10 from Argo is a little bit too much to ask for. Ramstein, they will deny.
But it's still, it's just, it feels like that those 4 segments that, or I guess the 3 that came through, should not have come through in that full segment capture over at A. Just should have been denied. And it just came through off of the complete and utter overextension of all 4 players. Just no trades, 1 for 3 feed. Not a good sign on ball control with how fast you can just get from where those spawn kills got traded to them just body stacking the zone to start that progress and immediately flip it. And it got scary, but they just had to play the trades. And once they initially got the first 2 for Cannon in the feed, the trades were always going to be in their favor. They're going to get the reinforcements, the numbers were going to flip, and the stack came through to add in more time. So that's the bar being set. 10 full segments. Can Ramstein just close it out here with another offense?
That's the question, isn't it? Well, that's all Ramstein need. They've been pretty successful previously. They aren't looking so hot at the moment with the initial trades coming through. Cannon now need to work their way back in towards the point. RT for the jump up. Pretty good. Team shots. One more player around to the right there. Back off the point for the moment. Yodak perhaps through wood to the slide. Yep, there's the clearance. And elsewhere, Argo takes down 3AM. So initial clear is pretty good, but 1 tick was obtained.
It's just 1 tick. Not enough to fully stall out the clock. We're down to 60 seconds. We're fighting out from our spawn. An opportunity, though. Watch out for player number 7. Omen. He didn't touch the zone, I don't think. Maybe he did, because Artie did turn around. They're not going to be expecting him to be able to hit through the middle of the map, but he comes up absolutely flat. Gives away his red dot. Ice-T's there for the assistance, but they're losing their teammates in the spawn.
You're up by 2 lives here, Cannon. You just don't have that much map control. You're starting to fight tooth and nail. Good little trade out from height. Oh my god, that's headshot on towards Omen. Stops that tick from going through, but he will have to go back towards the middle of the point. 3AM knows it. He was ready for that. Who is he ready for the second as well? Yes, he is. Ramstein, off the back of that, should have control of A. And if you're Cannon, you have no choice but to let this go. You've now got to focus on B. They've got one wildcard player that filtered through, and it's time to activate. RT finds the kill on towards Omen, and they're also getting all the kills from the exit as well. Ice-T gonna have to cool down for a moment.
Yeah, life lead doesn't really matter much. We've seen that through a handful of offenses, aka the first 2 in this very ball control. Omen stuck in an elongated 1v1 versus a player stuck over by the palm tree. Does have full utility. Reinforcement should be here for the kill. Now he's just gonna get it done himself. Tough gunfight versus Artie any which way that you shake it, but we're losing time on the clock. Just a 3-life advantage so far. Ramstein are starting to develop a little bit of push around the back. They want this palm tree control, but Cannon are doing a bang-up job of just cycling players through the middle of the map to set up their own spawn trap.
Ramstein have to move forward. As you said, Cannon trying to get the pieces in position to set up said spawn trap to really secure that round 3 or round 5 defense, excuse me. Util out. That should hold them off, actually. Yeah, Flak Jacket, I think, is going to make Omen super weak, so they inevitably go down. Back through double doors goes Ramstein. RT was caught down low in Vault, so everybody past the B zone has now been dealt with. 30 seconds, the clock will stop. Yodak, at the very least, going to take one of those players out. Viz on the rewrap is removed from the play. It is all just now down to Omen as Ice-T falls, and he's already been tagged up. He will get cut down as well. RT, a roller coaster ride around the point. It's not a fun one for Ramstein.
No, it is not. Running out of time now. No respawns remaining. 3 AM. We've seen him be tested before. Another big kill around the back. Now they can just focus over towards the front. Hate will take down Viz. 8v3.
Again, flanking play from Yodak. That might well do it. Omen, last one left alive, and he is taken out of the play. Cannon force a round number 5, but part of me kind of has to wonder here. Does Ramstein capturing the entirety of A in that final round, does that give them the defense for round 5?
That should be all tied up, right? They got that first segment here at B, didn't they? In this previous offense, that'd be 10 apiece, and then it would just come down to kills. So what I think would mostly come down to would be that first round. Albeit like Cannon were able to convert it, it's the kill discrepancy, Brody. That's what it's going to come down to at the end. The segments were tied. Ramstein, meaning that they were able to get the defensive side. You could not have asked for this game to be any closer. 3 AM. Just trying to lead his team over the line as far as kills are concerned. 38 and 24 is a wild stat line, and he finds the first blood with a grenade.
Cannon got to do something they haven't been able to do since round number 1. Get the offense. Even then, it was a massive 2 versus 7 clutch. Omen looking to try and damage their hopes and dreams. Switching weapons. Height caught in the middle of the animation. Goes down. And they've just lost a player. Oh, no. Disaster strikes for Cannon. They're now in a 3 versus 4.
No space. Already get the easy read. There's nothing being hit through A, so that's got to be a palm tree hit. Losing a player, not a good sign either. 26 plays up against 22 in a moment's notice, especially in a swing map mode when you need it the most. Vanished.
Man, it could not have happened at a worse time, could it? Cannon trying to make something out of it. But you can't make any omelets. Oh, they're going to remake. Oh, some beautiful. That's
for round 5.
All right, folks, it's time. 1 round of control here in the DAF Esports World Championship to decide. You will take the series lead between Cannon and Ramstein.
Yep, and again, here we are in, is this just round number 5 straight up off the rip. Immediately what you can find is what you're going to get. First segment immediately denied.
At the very least, Ramstein, or Cannon, excuse me, do have control of a 4th player this time.
Yeah, that's great.
Towards, yeah. Going towards ammunition. That's where Cannon are currently spawned, and they're currently being building into. Ramstein are doing a phenomenal job at keeping them in their spawn at this point in time. Pushing out is their attempt, at least for Cannon, to try and escape. Ramstein have recognized that, hey, potential push over towards B, and it is denied. 25 seconds left proper, and it doesn't look like anything's happening here for Ramstein.
Cannon desperately trying to get themselves over towards this B zone now. Argo, big 157 HP, pre-fire, 7 bullets, can't win the gunfight. And now we're back in towards that desperation mode where it feels like our teams this week have done their best. See if Cannon can pull this one off.
"13 seconds, AB21. Time to go for Cannon. Trades, that's not going to be helpful enough. You are going to stop the clock at 18.7. Omen now switching between sides around the point. Ramstein back on it. 19 versus 4. Cannon desperation mode if they weren't already. Can anybody touch in time? They're going to do so by getting over towards B. Hate, though, gets cut down on the rewrap through Cat. RT takes himself out of the play. So, well, Argo 1 versus 18. I don't know if there's a chance for you to do anything here. Granted, he will try, but it's over. Ramstein had to wait a little bit, but they do take it away.
Much like what we had to do right here, but what comes with remakes comes reprises, and with reprises means that the map is ready to go, and we are back in towards P2 with Cannon versus Ramstein.
All right, let's try this again. Last time around, 3am had a hot start. Would you say triple positive or something like that? I mean, he's not having such a hot start this time around. We get in towards P2, and Cannon not only have shut him down, but they're also in control of the hard point. Spawn out for Yodak. It's going to make things awkward for players approaching the front of the hard point. There we go. There's the shots coming through. Only one remains of the ensemble. That's Omen. He's gone.
Yep, 6-2 start in the previous go of things. 3am now 0-5. Cannon with a very stark difference as far as this one goes. And Argo, 4 now up towards his 3rd life here. That's going to be the back 20, more or less secured. Yeah, Ramstein are just going to have to give it up and just play for the rotation over towards 3 and 4.
That's the idea. Solid hard point right now for Cannon. 5 in a row for Argo. RT also starting to streak out now. 3am, heating up somewhat. Finds his first couple of kills of the game. That will secure at least a little bit of that rotation. One player has snuck by, and RT will reveal his position. So for Omen towards the backline, you know you've got to take RT down. I don't think RT's even that bothered right now by top art control. He's more concerned about maybe stopping players getting towards line side. Omen for the rewrap, and that is possibly the worst timing known to man. I guess the good news for Omen here is that he can get behind without being seen. How much damage can he do? We need to get the gunfight. Yes, he finishes it. Now, next up, big 1 versus 1. Omen didn't take any bullets, but it doesn't matter because RT will close him out.
Yeah, you're going to get those spawns to happen right underneath you if you're already up on this 5 spree still existing from his 2nd respawn. Hate's lurking all the way through P1. He's just catching respawners, just questioning, why are you there? It's just a massive lurk out of Hate. Secures the back of the art area, and you can then tiptoe over towards the respawn. Or over towards the hard point, excuse me. It is an unanswered 11 straight out of Cannon, and Ramstein are spawning so far out.
Man, this has been phenomenal from Cannon. What a way to play this off the reset. Getting vibes from what happened earlier on as well. Solid advantage for Cannon. RT finally dealt a blow as we look towards the rotation. Ramstein trying to get players across. They get 1, and those back spawns should now be locked because there's nobody from Cannon to block them. So, Cannon now looking to knock at the door around the front of the hard point to the hill. Yodak goes down. Hate will take a power position, but as far as the hill is concerned, Ramstein's got it locked down.
3am starting to heat things up. Remember, he started off 0-4. He's now up to 7-10. Some quick mats out of me right there. So I'm not going to give you the numbers because I forgot them immediately. Cannon, they're still in towards P4 right now, and every single trade just immediately leads to another 2-3 dead. The initial gunfight goes so well from Ramstein, but then all the information just completely devolves into the favor for Cannon, and that is represented in the scoreboard. A massive difference going in towards the 2nd set, Brody.
So from Hate. RT also following up some more as well. Yeah, I mean, this is just wild, the difference between these two teams. Ramstein's power players right now are being shut down towards the hard point. Yodak's even starting to poke and prod at scrap time that Ramstein should be able to garner a hold of. It's just not happening. towards Newt. 3 a.m., the only one of anything value to say. And even he's going to go for a little wrap behind. I don't think Cannon necessarily expected this. But opportunity for 3 a.m. We'll find the first kill. Has help from Woodside. Value being found now by Ramstein. Good team play to break this hill.
Stay alive. Gonna dodge that nade. Already, though, flying right over the top. Just making it look like a trailer. Turns for the third. Had a real good look at it, but more than sufficient damage for Hate to roll on in there for the trade. He'll find a two-piece now. Get the hard point back into Cannon's favor.
Cannon on the right side of the hard point as well here. 20 seconds left. Ramstein, one player passed, and could well do some damage to those players rotating towards New. They're dealing with a player presence in the middle of the map, so they just need to get the gunfights on the hard point. 3 a.m., couple of players to do it, down to 64 HP. Pistol shots, not all that great. And now we look towards the backline, though. There are players from Ramstein that have managed to break their way through. So a pivotal moment here in this game. 55 seconds left. Couple of players down. They got a hold.
Ramstein are really struggling here. Double negative out of Ice-T, just trying to exist inside of the hard point. They are anchoring out these back spawns. They read the back one from Argo. This could be the start of it, but they're late to pick up over by Palm Tree. But they're playing really good hive mind right now, Brody. They're getting the trades.
Watching it from his backs like a hawk. 3 a.m. starting to heat up now on 4 in a row. Ramstein looking good for the back 30 seconds. If I'm Cannon, I don't really know that I invest anything into this, to be honest. I know that you want this 20 seconds of time. Is it worth 4 stacking into? I don't know. 3 a.m. certainly trying for it. He's looking to do something ridiculous for the jump shot. Gets the mantle. Wrap around for the second. Only 3 a.m. can do that. Hits the reload, surely not the melee kill for the last. Hate will melee him back, but 3 a.m. steals that time away. Allows Ramstein to ever so slightly close the gap.
Kind of got like the entire momentum off of the prone to back the standing, but not enough damage to be able to get the melee, but enough to assist his team on the rotation. Ramstein, P2 break, get the majority of time, able to make a dent in towards that lead. It's still a pretty steep one. And Cannon, they know that they can realistically hold this from this side. They can slowly work some of the trades and some of the kills and then get Art back in their favor. Look at Artie just slowly encroach forward. He found 2 kills. Now he's behind enemy lines. Luckily enough, Viz on a 5 spree cleans him up to maintain control on this side.
Ramstein still holding the right side of the hard point. 60 points down or so in this game. Couple of kills come through. That's 15 points. A nice swing that they could grab away. Cannon now just need to infiltrate behind enemy lines. Don't get too crazy here. Instead, they're actually, yep, they are going to send their players around the back of the hard point. RT's been found out. Maybe Hate can do something through the front. Also, you've got Yodak there as well. There goes Hate. Yodak needs to pick up exactly where his teammates left off for it. A 1 versus 2 on the point. You have help, though, from the side door. Argo comes through, and it's 3 kills for Argo, Hate, and RT. They've broken through, but the spawns aren't locked.
Oh, they are not, but still in towards the time. First 20 will be here for Cannon. Ice-T snuffed out over by the tin trailer. Yodak's good for 2, but it's still trades coming through in the feed. Delayed. Middle of the map spawns coming through. Hate, I think he's kind of reading this. His timing's a little bit strange, but he still gets it good enough to clean up too. No reinforcements coming through for Ramstein, and Canada are going to be over 200.
Man, this is just so difficult to come back from. Cannon have built themselves what feels like an insurmountable advantage, and they continue to move forward with that lead as well. Ramstein kind of stuck right now. They don't look like they're going to get the better of the kills coming off of that hill as well. 3 a.m. and Ice-T at least find a couple. But there's always 1 or 2 extra players you've got to contend with. Another one now. Jump up. Yodak is just going to wait patiently. Here we go. Argo has ignited the bat signal. It's time to go. Hate now towards the point. Slide out from lights is pretty good. It's Hate and Yodak combined for 3, and now Cannon are in.
Argo reach-owling. Viz already weak. Argo has to go for the reload. Viz expecting for the reach-out to come through up top. Get back towards that gunfight in a few moments, but there's still time to fight over here on P1. Ramstein, they're going to find themselves a pretty good favorable kill feed, and they just rush straight up the gut. And they do it so emphatically, they don't give at least any sort of headway towards what could happen around the flank. Luckily enough, they're picking up the pieces, Brody. Could this be the start? They're trailing by 100.
Trying to come back. They've got players in towards the back spawn here. RT trading out. Pinstripe kill feed. One player still in the back line left to contend with 3am down to 13 HP. Trying to win it inside lights. Does exactly that. Job not done though. Pressured from both sides. He makes one player's weak. Is it good enough for Omen to work with? Into the hard point Omen goes to try and start to earn some time. Cannon, one break and a hold, and they should be good to close out this game. 3am though. 3am doubles up now towards the hard point. Ramstein, the last ones left alive. Back spawns will now flip through as Cannon blocking the back spawns. They are right close to the hard point through the front. Lodak for all the kills. Yodak finds 2. That's his 3rd in a row, and now Cannon are in.
Oh, they bumped themselves out of the hard point. Now they technically can't close things out here, but they do find the kill to at least emphatically flip out the spawns. 5 already spawns on up. Not expecting the cross to already be held by Omen, who's trying to play for exits. It's Hate alive inside the hard point. Can't close it out here, but gonna put themselves darn close.
Real damage in hard point for Ramstein. So unfortunate. Cannon now looking to break rotation. Nobody saw RT fly by. How much noise can he make? Okay, never mind. He has been seen. That should be comes out to Omen here. Top side. Omen actually wins that gunfight. So nicely done. But Omen, still more work to do. Cannon are putting so much effort into flipping the spawns. They've done exactly that.
Yeah, they sure have. That should be the closing moments right there. Just hook, line, and sinker, checkmate, match, whatever may have you. It's a perfect setup. If it doesn't end here, surely it'll be over at 4.
Just need one more solid wave of gunfights here. If you don't actually find it in this hard point, Argo looks like he wants to. He's scrapping a few of those seconds away. First kill good. Down, trying to cover himself. Flanking play from RT. That could really be it. There should be one more contest coming from the middle of the map. 3am runs in, runs right by the player though, and RT will take that freebie all day long. Cannon now just 3 seconds away. Ice-T trying to hold on. One more player for the contest on the other side. You actually do have to get into the hill viz to stop it, and it's not going to happen. Cannon screaming across the stage. They will send it to a map 5.
Yeah, emphatically too. 250 to 149, a very stark difference, but we almost expected it, that it had to have been a Neslo coming through from Ramstein, especially with how we saw the Rewind Hardpoint start and kick off the entirety of this series. It was a 6-1 bounce back of the Search and Destroy then. Can only imagine what they could potentially do now, but this Hardpoint was just the overall decision for Cannon to reset themselves up for the pace. 31-28 from 3am was not enough for just the massive stat line that was the combined 67 kills between Yodak and Hate combined.
The wait is over, people. Ramstein versus Cannon. 1 search and destroy to rule them all.
Protocol search and destroy. Cider to see who is going over to winners finals and who's going down to that ever so disastrous lower bracket. Already a 2v2. Bomb dropped. Offense needs to try to retake that entire location if you're Ramstein.
2 versus 2. Yodak knows where the bomb is. That's the only way you can play this now, especially as he's lost RT. The reposition, Omen doesn't check it. He holds his trigger as well. Crucial first shots out. Both players weak. They'll be able to hit the regen. Yodak now forced into the site, and he will not win that gunfight. You look, fair play for Yodak for actually holding his trigger and not immediately shooting, but even still wasn't able to cleanly get the gunfights.
Yeah. It just comes down to having better positioning once you do get set up inside of screens, no matter the way that you shake it. It's just a tough gunfight, just sliding back in to a 1v2. Just no knowledge who's going to be in what corner. Head glitches galore down there. So early days. We'll have to see if there's any adaptations yet to come. Going all the way back to that Rewind Search and Destroy, Omen was a real problem for Cannon. That guy with an AR in his hands was finding a lot of good timings on the late flanks to be able to watch a lot of crosses. Be on the lookout for him.
3am, quiet fear for the moment. You can see that aggression starting to boil over somewhat, but he's moving up the map. Cannon might have to deal with him sooner rather than later. Omen going to take Hate down. 3am finally going to activate here. Argo dead to rights, and that's exactly what happens. So Bomb slowly shifting across the map. It's not getting there. Beautiful play from Ramstein. They don't even let them get past the 50-yard line.
You go back to that Rewind Search and Destroy, and even besides there from Omen, everybody was keeping things underneath lock and key. But what we're getting word from is that there's still a little bit of some issues going on that stage, Brody.
Oh my god. Is this what Call of Duty Black Ops 6 looks like? I kind of forgotten. It's been so long, mate. Let's start talking about the game. We are 1-1 in this game of Search and Destroy, Game 5 between Cannon and Ramstein. And reminder, folks, before we hit the reset, and it was a really long reset, Ramstein did take one Search and Destroy underway. So 1-1 is where we're at.
Yep. So just keep adding that one to Ramstein's side. They are on offense here. They're going to get really good timing. Argo, though, better shots on Omen. That's helicopter control. Ice-T, too late to find the trade. No, he will find the trade. He's expecting the secondary challenge around the back. He will find that. That could have gone completely haywire had the IC not been aware of that secondary challenge coming around the back. Ramstein answer immediately back off the cannon round going in towards the remake. But yeah, map 5, winter semifinals, Cannon, Ramstein. This has a lot riding on it.
It does. Yeah, it absolutely does. Again, so the winner of this matchup, guys, you might see at the top of your screens, it says winners semi-final. The winner of this matchup will be going through to the winners final. They get top 3 guaranteed. Also means they get medals guaranteed, if I remember correctly as well. So they get some portion of the prize pool completely locked in, which would be massive for either of these two teams. It's been a back and forth series thus far. Now we go to Cannon. On to the offense they go. 4-1 start off the reset for Artie. And Cannon, despite the fact they went down the ladder, didn't feel convinced that they could get the bomb down, and Ramstein are going to make the best of that.
Yeah, bomb, very precarious position. I mean, Hate right over top of it. He's going to start recovering it, but 3AM's already got a lot of space forward. That guy's been a nuisance all series long. It's a 6-1 in that map number 2, but we're tied up here as far as lives.
Should be able to recover the bomb here if you're Cannon and get it down over towards A. Omen just has to find a way to play the 50-50. Getting into sight is extremely difficult. He knows it. He's looking for a weapon. He's found one. Omen, weapon of choice has been picked up. Jackal's probably better for the play. Has both if he wants. Checked out. Argo pre-aim. No dice.
Alright, so Cannon immediately able to shut down 3AM's bouncing of the pressure, and you go back to that rewind search and destroy just about an hour and a half ago, and you would probably be able to remember 3AM's presence on that map. He went 11-3, and he just had the lay of the land. That was backed up by a lot of good pressure, but line of sights can get away from you. Not everything is wall bangable here on protocol, so much like how I called in the control, sometimes if you're looking at from 3AM's perspective, he's got to pull himself back. These ARs, especially Argo, is still shooting straight.
Ramstein going to lose first blood in this round. Cannon, successful so far. If Ramstein's attempts to get into the A-bomb site, that has completely gone awry. One player down the ladder. They're down again. Oh, Artie, I think he heard the zip and then expected the player to be up top. Didn't hear the thud of Ice-T hitting the floor. And therefore, now this becomes a 1 versus 3 as Ice-T loses his teammates.
An RCXD that ended up getting them so much forward space, and plus the 2 kills that you got. Ice-T just playing over towards the bomb. He's late towards the head glitch. Aware of the first, but did not see Yodak slide in towards his right. So numbers will prevail for Cannon. They're now up 3-2 within this round. But yeah, there was an RCXD, I think, that was earned by Argo. Somebody had one.
Mm-hmm.
And then it immediately got them space forward to get that first blood. All of Ramstein wanted to drop down inside for a very aggressive hit here, bottom screens. And just got stuffed with the sound of the RCXD.
Oh, boy. Cannon, Ramstein. Cannon now starting to garner a small advantage here. That was a solid defensive effort from them. And a reminder, folks, that Cannon have been very vocal in this series. You can see them in player cams. That is actually Ramstein that you're looking at right now in said player cams. But Cannon have been so vocal every single time they've won a map. They have been screeching across the stage. I expect the same thing to happen once again. First few shots being fired out across the board here. Ramstein feel a little bit more secure about their A control this time.
Playing for the timing to drop down maybe, but got to be respectful off of the counterback util. Ramstein has conceded the space. They hadn't seen anything happen over across the AA gun where P1 is. Cannon have not shown anything over on that side, so they're going to give up this space that they previously held. They're going to wrap this back over towards the courtyard. Going to try to drop down inside of screens. That head glitch is not being held, Brody. Doesn't mean the ankle's not being held, though.
Oh, he's got to be careful here. He's running right out into the open. Gets peppered up. He has no help. That's really problematic. Your entry sub there. I know they were down a man, but still, your entry sub was the bomb carrier, and now this leaves Yodak in just a world of torture and pain. Finds the first kill against Omen, but this would be a 1 versus 4 to pull off. 20 seconds on the clock. You got to jump down. Viz should have him dead to rights, and that's exactly what happened. And yeah, it just was a little bit disjointed there.
Yeah, just a little bit too. But I mean, a wonderful response coming through from Ramstein, and it kind of forced Cannon's pressure to be, well, pushed into an uncomfortable situation. The nades came through, and then it was like the response nades, because the timing on defense for Protocol, like, they're going to get down low in screens first regardless, that by the time that you don't show any presence and all the angles are being held, and you already showed your car that you wanted to have a bang out / down in bottom A, you're kind of trapped in that situation. Too late of a rotation out, angles being held by Spiral. Ramstein just letting the clock do its thing, being the biggest adversary, tied up 3 apiece.
Look at this aggression from both sides. RT, long flank behind. That is being watched by Viz. Ramstein have sight control. RT gets taken out of the play. So now all of a sudden it has to come either from Big Door or from Spiral. It's all going to be the latter. This is something you rarely ever see. The coverage is made though. One player does get in towards the site. Yodak keeping his head down. He can't find any value though. Omen can't either. And that's going to be Ramstein for another dub here, tying things up.
Well, that'll put them up 4-3. They got that round going into the remake. Don't forget, Brody. We got to be doing the simplistic math.
God, brother.
I know. Yeah, you can keep your socks on. We don't got to count above 10. You're all good here, man. But you remember like what happened like once Ramstein started like getting a little bit of momentum back in that rewind search and destroy. They didn't lose a single round. They lost the initial, and then they went on a 6-round tangent. It was brought to you by 3 a.m. But Viz finds 3, 7-3 now for IC. Ramstein starting to heat things back up.
All right, Ramstein. 1 round lead. A couple of rounds away from taking this one in game 5. Flank behind here from Cannon. Big fight to take. And Omen is down for the count now. The rest of the players inside the armory building will be panicking, and for good reason, because Cannon are swarming. They are swirling around the home base. ICG have a trade up for 1. Get away. Get that bomb away from this. This is, again, a bad position for the bomb carrier to be in. 3 versus 2. Just get that thing down.
Yeah, gonna get that bomb planted. It's actually gonna force a hand on the opposite side of the side door, forcing now Ice-T into a 1v3. He's on a 2 spree. Seen crazier things. His timing around the back is really bad, actually. Argo's gonna catch him going up the zip. He still wins the 1 versus Hate. Already gives away his red dot. Regen's gonna come through. He's behind the door. What?
No way. He gets away? I mean, yeah, definitely gets away off the regen, right? So now Ice-T can go back in again. Backed up towards 100 HP. Needs to be quick about this one. Really doesn't have a lot of time. Flying towards the site. Sees the player. They all just need to keep their heads down at this point. And Ice-T ain't winning that. Despite getting the regen, despite finding the kill. It's just too much to ask for.
Yeah, he was dodging bullets like nobody's business. That's crazy how he lived for that long. Just jumping in and out of top trips from lockers and somehow still able to go up the zip. Gave away his position. Hip fire up the zip rarely ever works when you're shooting it downwards. But he still won the initial versus Hate, which is insane. So keep things tied up here. Keep things interesting and honest. Already finds 3 in that round of the bounce back. Have to see what the play call is going to be now that Ramstein are back on the offense. Can they keep control of the pace of the offense? Seems that they want to try to drop down. Viz is going to give away his nameplate almost instantly, but that doesn't mean that they're going to call too many names away. They are stacking our cannon down low.
Cannon have players through, and they get rid of 1 player up top as well. If RT can get away, that's huge. Wait, what? Oh, Hate's just fallen off the map. That's so unfortunate. So now Cannon, all of their presence is effectively inside the A site itself. Ramstein could, theoretically, rotate away if they wanted to.
They could. But they don't want to. Square peg, round hole.
Oh, no.
Yodak for the second. Now, Artie's right there to be able to give him some assistance, and now it's just going to leave 3 a.m. 1v3. Disaster.
Yeah, I think he thought for a second there, like, hey, should I just chow that again? But nah, he thought better of it. So 30 seconds on the clock now. Not a lot of time for 3 a.m. to make this one happen. He's being watched from afar as well. There ain't no winning that gunfight. Argo will actually save himself at the end of the round as well. Oh boy, we almost had 2 places in 1 round.
Yeah, that's all right. He would have lived anyway. End of the round, you can get that immunity of jumping off the map. Just gotta be a little patient sometimes before you just play yourself. But yeah, just a pretty easy pickings of the round right there. Just Ramstein just trying to guess left when they needed to go right, and Buchanan just had its really good defense down low inside of screens. They never really backed down. That was what their initial play was. They only saw Viz over towards P2, and without any other utility being committed over towards the chopper side, that's tall tale that it's going to be a drop down bang towards A. So now we got series point for Cannon to advance the winners finals.
5-4 for Cannon. 3 a.m. First blood. Ice-T, good for a second. Yodak for the trade. Now 2 versus 3. Again, it is Cannon that needs to get into the site. That kill against 3 a.m. It's such a good call as well, because you know 3 a.m. is going to get aggressive. You call his bluff. You win the 1 versus 1. You bring this down to a 2 versus 2.
Yep. Isolated kills, though, need to be found. Omen's timing isn't the greatest. Got a player behind enemy lines now.
He's on the hunt. Can't find the kill. Omen down. All down to Viz. 1 versus 2 to salvage this round. We're saying Viz is on the defense here, so he theoretically doesn't need to move. He needs to react to whatever Cannon bring to the table.
He's being way too proactive, though, man. He's starting to clear all the B-bomb. He's going to get that check. The bomb gets recovered. It's all the way down A. The information was never conveyed. This timing might not be the greatest. 1v2 required.
Oh, and the RC car out as well. I mean, this will just last long enough that it can cover an entire site. All they need is the information, and the RC car should do it. It actually blows up. They choose to get rid of it, just so that they can both be in the play. Viz, out to the site. Oh, not a single shot connects. Hate should be ready to go. All they got to do is hold their irons. Yodak makes him weak. Viz expects the chow. Does not get it. Still 20 seconds. Jump across. Tagged up. Yodak for the finish. And Cannon will take it all the way. They will win 3-2. It was a long, long time coming, but they closed things out under the first team into the top 3.
Much like Thanos, they are inevitable. #1 team with a target on their back. First one squatted down for Ramstein. They'll have to be a little bit more patient if they want that rematch versus Langley Eustace. That joint base is on the other side of winners semifinals, of course, but when push comes to shove, you reload back in towards a map 5, and you gotta lock in. I trust RD 9-6. Great stat line out of them.
God, honestly, it feels like I'm rewatching a movie from 2019 at this point. Just crazy on it right now. Cannon, again, started off this series with that massive victory on Hardpoint. We talked about how good they were at picking up the key rotations. They did it a couple of times with that P2 control. All right, let's get our post-match interview ready to go. We are joined by the new kid on the block. Maybe not new so much, but yeah. Crazy performance out of Yodak. Let's bring him in for the interview here. Yodak, how you feeling, buddy? That was a long series for everybody, mate. Congratulations on the dub, first and foremost. I want to talk about you before we get into the series itself. Talk to me a little bit about kind of you joining this lineup, right? Coming in, you know, replacing another player on Cannon. What has this experience been like for you?
Man, it's been crazy. Coach Jonah, or AKA Crusade, I had to replace him. He's going guard, obviously. And the idea, originally, I was supposed to try out for the team in January. And then I found out, actually, at a sporting event that they needed a replacement. And it was kind of crazy, the timing, coming into Worlds. And it all just worked out. Didn't even have to try out. I just came in and we started slamming, obviously.
You absolutely started slamming indeed. I mean, at that point, you join right into a system. It's already working. #1 Conus team, Yodak, and you're still the #1 target on your back so far. So walk us through just like what that system honestly looks like, because now going in towards playoffs, your metal has been tested all the way to a map 5. Were you guys expecting this level of competition?
From Ramstein, none of us knew how good they would be. And honestly, we've all been surprised. Knowing coming into the match how good they've been playing, we kind of expected it. We knew that 3 a.m. is a god tier sub. Viz can shoot as well. It's just we're better. It's honestly simple as that. Artie and I, nobody could kill us on the map. Hate is a god at AR, and Argo is always holding down spawns for us and getting the big kills when it comes down to it. So it's really just easy on the map for Artie and I to run and just do what we need to do and get the win at hard points. No one can beat us, honestly. No one's going to beat us.
W response. Just let it be known that I got it, not Colin. I got the clickbait comment. I love that response. Love the confidence, Yodek.
Yeah, man. I love that as well. I do want to talk about those hard points, actually, because quite clearly they're working for you guys quite a bit. Is that like something you guys have been working on like a lot? You've been talking about the hard points in particular, like like the key rotations you guys are able to identify, like this is where we need to rotate, because from what Proper and I were seeing in that series, it looks like you guys really have that stuff down.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, our jobs as subs, mine and Artie's, so we're just running around the map while our ARs are kind of like picking up the mids, the cuts and everything. We know that Argo's going to play for spawns, and other teams do, but they can't kill us. I mean, we're just running down their throats, honestly, if I'm being honest, and no one can really touch us on the map in hardpoint. I mean, we play the Guam 8s. That's the Discord that all of us are in, and we're playing these 8s against all these other kids in the AFG. But us four together, we just mesh really well. And I came into a really solid 3-stack with my teammates, and they make it easy for me. I just do my job. I just run and shoot and, just kill an S&D. That's kind of, I'm an S&D guy, so we didn't really have to practice it. I know what I'm doing. And, yeah, it's pretty simple. Just get kills, kill the bad guys, take map pressure, and you win the game.
All right, man. We will remember that. We don't expect you guys to lose a hard point now for the rest of the tournament. Again, congratulations on the dub, mate. It's been awesome having you here. Before we let you go and enjoy the victory and the rest of your day, anything you want to say to anybody back at home or base?
Yeah. Hey, Coach Jonah, appreciate everything. Appreciate you falling down so I can rise up. It's been fun. Jonah's always in our ear in Discord, so I thank you guys. Thank you, Jonah. Thanks, everyone at Cannon. And let's go win this tournament, bring the belt home.
Alrighty. Again, congratulations, mate. Go enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. Thank you, guys.